Okay. First off, I love learning about listening because it allows me to reflect on what I, where I can improve as a listener, right, and as a communicator. I'm married, right, and so me and my wife are very different in our communication, but we grew up in really similar families. We grew up in families that have a lot of kids and really, really intelligent kids and really intelligent parents. And so there's a lot of discourse, right? We talked a lot. There's a lot of dialogue, there's a lot of discourse, but there's a lot of debate as well. And I feel like my wife is a very, very good, um, she's very good in dialogue, right? And she also is really good in diatribe, right? She expresses emotion well and she converses really well. And I am getting better at those two, but I wouldn't say they were the things they're not the ones that came naturally to me. I'm a natural debater, right? I'm not I like to play devil's advocate just so I can, um, okay, well, I used to be that person, but I'm not that person anymore because there are some opinions that I just don't care, I don't think need to be defended, but I love to see everything from every point of view, right? I want to understand why anybody could feel a certain way about any certain thing, right? And so we've had to learn to communicate a lot together. Sorry, that was 90 seconds to say very little. But it was cool reading about these um, four different kinds of conversation, right? And understanding which ones I'm good at and which ones I need to improve at. Um, there's another part of the reading I want to touch on before I move on to the other things. Sorry, it's gonna take me a minute to get there. I've marked it on my page, but I wanted to talk about the the way that they broke down the taxonomy of listening in the book because I liked their version and I also liked the way that they explained it in the video in the application as well. I really like the use of therapeutic at the top of the taxonomy of listening. Therapeutic. I like the wording. Therapeutic, critical, and appreciative. Right. Um, the different. I because the information like informative and therapeutic. I think being similar, where you're not expressing opinion, you're a sounding board. I like that idea for informative listening, and then appreciative being a good another word for empathetic. Right. I think that I appreciate the wording of that taxonomy more than informative, critical, and empathetic. It feels a little bit colder than therapeutic, critical, and appreciative. I think critical is correct because you are being critical. That's part of the point of the listening, is that you are bringing your own bias and critices into it. I want to talk about the. Oh, did I close it? I want to talk about the discussion because first off, I watch those videos on YouTube a lot because I like to check myself and make sure that I am not like when me and my wife do have arguments because we don't argue very much, but they happen on occasion. But I like to see this sounds terrible. I like to see other people messing up more than I am so that I can watch theirs, feel good about where we're at, but then also see where we might end up if we don't improve our communication with each other, right? And we're not this is my second time being married, so I've been in a marriage where the communication was poor. Me and my wife communicate really, really well because we can sit down, have a conversation about something that hurts us, and have the intent of I'm not going to hurt you. That's the whole point of this. I can tell you how I'm feeling. I'm not going to hurt you. And so if I'm going to say something that's going to hurt you, well, let's go away from this for a second. Think about what we want to say and come back. And we're good with that. But just seeing these people communicate the way that they do and them showing that their emotion is more important than the emotion being shared by their partner and no good listening is going on. They are not. They're hearing a baseline of what their partner is saying without understanding. They're understanding the content of what's being said without understanding the emotion behind it. And you have to, or you're not listening. You can understanding the content is the first point, and then you have to be able to break it down into the emotion behind it or the emotion trying to be shared, because that is how we connect. Um, anyway, really good chapter. I hope that was it was a little all over the place, but really good chapter. I went 3 straight weeks learning about listening in 3 different classes, but it was really nice.